if you believed that you wanted to become a millionaire, could you honestly say that you could step into that identity today to see the results? That is how we manifest. We don't just do it by imagining the outcome or seeing the vision. We actually manifest by using our body, our mind, and our soul. Show and prove to yourself that if you are embodying the version of you that becomes a millionaire, that's got the abundance, that's got the prosperity, that feels that abundant, would you now go to maybe one of your favorite designer shops to go and buy something that you weren't even going to acknowledge the price tag, and you could actually pick that item up and pay for it and walk out the shop knowing that's normal? That frequency, that feeling is normal. So that's exactly what I did, because she always says that when you actually embody that feeling, that sensation, you'll notice the universe will always give that money back. It will always return, because money is circulation. It's constantly needing to move. And it's a bit like your heart. It's constantly moving the blood throughout your body, bringing you life with oxygen and the cells. And circulation is what money needs. It doesn't need to be boxed. It doesn't need to be hoarded. You don't increase the wealth of money by hoarding it in boxes under your bed, like often they did in the past. And if you leave it in a bank, it has to be used in circulation to create the interest that you take out, even if it's low. But actually, circulation is the key to movement. So having a belief of the money's going to return tenfold, or at least return to me within the next week or few months, that I spend on something that brings me joy, that's something that brings me happiness. But I've also stepped into a higher identity. So I've shown my nervous system it's safe. Look, we survived. It might have felt a bit sticky, but actually I felt really good in that shop. So I did. I went up to London. I went to my favourite store and I picked out the bag that I'd already decided I wanted years ago. But actually, there were other things there that I picked up, and without hesitating, I bought them. Yeah, the price would be quite frightening to some people. But the funny thing was, I actually felt that confident. I had done the embodiment work. And I've only been with this coach for just under a month. And what I noticed was how happy I was sat there. I actually belonged in that shop. Where before I might have walked in, looked around, moaned at the prices, looked at the people that were happily buying things and judged them and walked back out, and actually felt even worse about myself. That would be the old me. But this new version of me, the new identity, actually felt confident in that shop. I actually felt at peace. My mind wasn't racing all the negative thoughts going, get out of here, you can't afford this, Joe. What the hell are you doing? Oh my goodness me, look at the price. Do you know how I actually felt? Because I had visualized myself. I had seen myself going in this shop, picking those items. Well, I bought more, so I wasn't even aware I was going to buy more. But I'd already given my mind the image, the visualization, and I had practiced it. So my nervous system wasn't seeing something for the first time. It wasn't in a reactive state. It was in a, oh, we've been here before, she's safe doing that. Because your mind does not know the difference between reality and imagination. Because if I asked you now to imagine picking up half a lemon, a juicy lemon, and you're actually holding it in your hand, and you're about to bring that to your mouth, more than likely, I can guarantee, because mine is already, my mouth is salivating because it's believing it's true just through my imagination. So if I'm showing my mind something that I want to bring into my life, that I want to create, but I also want my nervous system to feel safe, to feel calm, to feel expansive, that it's safe to hold this kind of wealth and this money, then I've got to use the imagination a few minutes a day to be able to create that.